My idea was that to talk about dance culture a
Oh,
little
really?
bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure I know all vocabulary about dance culture. I
Me
think
too.
you're more like in this how to say подкована in English.
Okay.
you know.
I don't know, but I'm more into this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe. So you're
Yes.
more into this
Yeah.
topic.
Okay.
So yeah, but first of all, I wanted to ask you about how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. And my mood often depends on the weather, but
Mm-hmm.
now in city where am I now in St. Petersburg, it's a really nice weather,
Mm.
and it's not often for autumn because it's September now, but now it's kind of a summer weather and it's a sun. And for me, there is I don't know, not first, but very important things for be in a good mood. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Cool. Because we have autumn, like really autumn here. Uh, we had the first week of September was the hottest week,
okay.
like in Sweden. It was a day like, this weather um, records. And we reached that new record for Sweden. It was 31 degrees.
Oh, really?
Yeah, can you
I,
believe it?
no, I
That's,
didn't know that even in summer.
yeah, but it
Sweden.
was autumn already, so it was first week of autumn, and it was
Okay.
super hot. We had exams in the last, like, what was it? Yeah, we definitely had exam in a very hot weather. But now it's raining. It smells like autumn already. So I'm a little bit excited, to be honest, because I'm so tired of hot weather. I don't like hot
Okay.
weather.
Yes, you're
Yeah,
kind of like a Swedish person.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
in St. Petersburg, it's the same weather than in Sweden.
Hmm.
Yeah, because now, okay, today is a gray sky, but I believe, and I checked, I checked in the application, then in weekend will be sun again.
Hmm.
I think there is a last sun
Hmm.
in
Yeah.
I don't know 3 months.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I just enjoyed.
Do you miss your travels in hot countries with the sea?
Um, I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm I don't miss travels so much, but only now because it's only 2 months here without travels, and it's a good weather. It's summer. We see our friends. It's a lot of different activities, and now I'm okay. But I know that in 2 or 3 months, when it will be winter, I will be missing very much. I know, but I'm not a kind of person who loves a very hot weather.
Mhm.
So I love when it's 23 or 25 degrees. So for me, Turkey winter, February, it's perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
March. So I missed, but not very much. but only because it's only 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Very travel person. I'm a little bit of tired to have a lot of planes and buses and a lot of stuff to carry on. Yeah, that's what I tired of, but not to see new places. There's I always love to see new places and discover it. Only here in St. Petersburg we tried to discover it in new places or places we already know, but just to come more like suburbans or something. Yeah. I don't like to sit on just one place. And last week I was Ural State. It's your motherland too.
Yeah.
I really love. Yeah.
How was it?
But
what did you do?
it was nice. It was nice, yeah, because it was a lot of meetings with people. It was a time with family. And I also was not only Chelyabinsk, but one day in Yekaterinburg. And I discovered that city kind of new for me, because I already have been there many times, but this time I just discovered it's very contemporary city. I don't know. It's not like a Moscow or St. Petersburg, but it's really nice. It's a lot of places and I don't know, places to go and to visit. And I have a friends there that there is really important to have a friend for have a good time. Yeah, I really love.
So you were talking about Yekaterinburg, yes?
Yes. Chelyabinsk, of course, also I love, because it's my motherland. I don't want to live there for, I don't know, some reason, because now I'm a different person than years ago. But I really love to come and see, of course, my family and friends, and it's really nice. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, how old were you when you moved to, what was your first city, Moscow or
Moscow was my first destination. I was 26 years old. It's not young, no.
Yeah, I think I was the same when I moved to Moscow.
Yeah.
Perfect timing, I think.
Yes. It was nice. I love.
Yeah. Do you remember the reason why you decided to move from Chelyabinsk?
It's like it was a feeling. Then I always knew that I will move. I always knew, but I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, but I always knew that I love Chelyabinsk, but I didn't want to live there forever. I don't know, because I always had friends around the country, and I started to travel because of them. I started to travel, I don't know, in my when I was 20. Yes, I guess 20 or 19. And I always had a good connection with people from Moscow. And I loved Moscow because a lot of activities, because a good level of dancing culture in my style, and I always use and I will move, but it was hard to decide it that okay now
Mhm.
because it was a troubles, I don't know, with my a relationship or work, or I didn't know how to find apartment, for
Mhm.
example. It was really important. Okay, I need to find apartment in Moscow. It's a
Mhm.
big city. I don't know how because I didn't have a lot of money for this, and I just didn't know. But I always said to my friends, okay, maybe next year, maybe next year, maybe next year. Okay, I just lived with it. Okay, with this feeling, then one day I will move.
Mhm.
And one day, my friend Snezhana just told me, okay, I want to come back to my old apartment, not apartment, but a room. Do you want to join me and share this room and live together? And that time, I just thought, okay, it's a
Mhm.
time. If now I just reject it, it just never happened.
Mhm.
And that's why okay, but I, I was not prepared because it was, I just came back from my Europe trip from
Mhm.
Amsterdam. I didn't have much money for moving, but I just thought, okay, I can't reject
Mhm.
because it's only time, yeah. And
Mhm.
yeah, I I don't know. It was a 2 weeks for collect all my stuff and come. Yeah, because it was already apartment.
Mhm.
Yes, with a good price because we share it.
Mhm.
And I just moved. And first, I was thinking that it will be for a half year. Yeah, half year, and just I told everybody that yeah, it just for half year, just to try.
Mhm.
Of course, I already knew that it's not for half year. It's not forever, but I will not come back. Yeah,
Mhm. Wow. It
kind of
sounds for me,
freestyle, like dancing.
yeah. Uh, I just remember that for me it was like, okay, Nika is like the not the only one, but um the most famous person in Chelyabinsk who dance house. And I thought, okay, she definitely wants to do it for life. And that's why I thought that you will move somewhere, Moscow or St. Petersburg, because in Chelyabinsk, where there was no um,
New
not
level.
not yeah, not so much opportunities to earn money because of dance, or to develop your skills. And yeah, in my head it was like this reason. um, and I'm thinking, was I close to your real reason or not?
I guess in every head in Chelyabinsk it was
Mhm.
a thought, but in my yes, yeah, I want, but in reality, I didn't know what I will be doing in
Mhm.
Moscow because I didn't have a real job.
Mhm.
So I just came and tried to find it on a place. Yeah.
Mhm. Was it hard at first?
Um, yes, it was hard, um, but not so much.
Mhm.
I don't know because it all was like a game. I don't know. Do you want to replace me? It was just a question from my friends. Do you want to replace me when I will be on travels? Yeah, yeah, of course. Do you want to replace me? Replace. It was a lot of replaces.
Mm-hmm.
And it's first. And second, it was a lot of work with kids. In
Mm-hmm.
Moscow, there is a lot of work. There are a lot of work with the kids. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's not only house, it's all styles of dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked with all ages, even in 3 years old kids. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a great experience. I loved it, but I didn't want to do it forever. But there were a nice experience, and in Moscow, it's always a work. It was hard to find a job I want, but it wasn't hard to find any jobs. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people in Saint Petersburg, it was harder.
Mm-hmm.
Even that I moved in Saint Petersburg after almost 3 years in Moscow, after had a lot of experience and a good resume and CV. So I just wrote on a dance school about, yeah, I'm a good teacher. I had an experience. I had a lot of students. So I want to work in your studio. And mostly I didn't have even a response.
Wow.
So when I moved, yeah, because it's slower here.
Mm-hmm.
And I dance not a popular style.
Mm-hmm.
And so after moved in St. Petersburg, I realized that the most of teachers and dancers just work on themselves,
Mm-hmm.
not on dance schools. And that's why I just tried 2 months
Mm-hmm.
and started to work on myself and I don't know, had a lessons without schools. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. So
for
you
me that's
mean,
a difference.
yeah, it's like self-employee, like that kind of thing. Uh,
Yes.
mm-hmm. So you just, uh, I'm trying to, like, if you go like a teacher for one school or different schools, it's the contract with the school, and if you're self-employee, I just can't understand the difference between.
Difference just because they didn't respond me
Ah.
on my questions that I want work, and I just opened my own group with
Mm.
my own students. I just rent a place for dance lessons. That's a
Mm-hmm.
difference because uh, maybe someone respond me. I don't remember, but it was a really small salary,
Mm-hmm.
and I already had a name in this culture, so I could just open my own group and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just get all money to me, not to dance school and have a salary. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
just rent a place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was a different when I started to work on myself.
Mm-hmm.
There is more responsibilities,
Yeah, of
but
course.
I
Yeah.
loved it more.
So, how do you feel so far about English? Do you feel okay?
Yeah, I feel okay. Just I know that I had a lot of mistakes, but I'm just
Yeah. It's okay. I want to respond sometimes in Swedish. It's so confusing, you know? Like when you
Really?
have, yeah, I don't know how it works. Like, definitely my native language is Russian, and
Okay.
but when I switch to not my native language, I choose between them two, Swedish and English. And Russian is just go away, please. Don't disturb me. Yeah.
It's some basic.
Yeah.
Russian is basic is always with you, but yeah, it's really cool when
Uh-huh.
you have opportunity to choose the language.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah. So we all are already talking about dance culture, but I want to uh, um, introduce you to our listeners and say hello to our listeners who are joining
Hello.
us on this podcast. And my guest today is Nika Skripkina, who is
It's hard
more
to pronounce.
yeah, so how you can say how we call you.
How simply it's Nika, but it's not
Mhm.
simple for everyone. I
Yeah.
discovered it. Yes, but yeah, just Nika. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I have um, with my name I had troubles in Russia because
Oh,
nobody
really?
knows where to put the stress on which vowel, and I have troubles here again. But the only ones who know how to pronounce my name is Arabic people,
Okay.
but they pronounce it like Halia, something like that.
There is a name Aliya in Arabic world.
Yeah, it's from
Oh,
Arabic.
okay.
It's Arabic.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So Nika is very
Full name is
famous.
Veronica. Yes.
Veronica.
It's your full name. My full name. It's Veronica, and it exists in a lot of countries. Like I don't know, in Italy it's Veronica. In France it's Veronique. Or
Mm.
kind of in Spain it's Veronica because V it doesn't exist in Spain. Yeah, they replaced it on B, and once I had a really fun conversation with some girl I knew in Spain because I I thought that her name is Bero because she introduced herself like a Bero. Okay, Bero, nice to meet you. Nika, nice to meet you. And then we realized that we have the same name. Her name Veronica with we, but in Spain pronounced Veronica. And I'm Veronica, but I used the last part of name
Mm.
and she used the first part. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, it is. And if you choose your first Vero, it
Yeah,
sounded really uh,
French.
like Vera, like Vera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a Vera in Russian, but she's
Hmm.
Vero with E. Yeah, it sounds
Hmm.
really different for me, and it was really wow. We have the same name, Madame Vero and Unica, but we're Veronica. Yeah,
Hmm.
so sorry for.
Yeah, it's okay. No worries. So, Nika is a dancer with a huge experience. I don't know from which years you're from teens,
uh,
teenager.
I don't know. It's okay. So it could be from 2010
Hmm.
or 9. I didn't remember where exactly it starts to be the way.
Hmm.
But just okay, I came to classes.
Hmm.
I don't remember really,
Yeah.
but kind of 14. Oh my god, 14 of 15 years. But I started to dance when I was really young, because I used to be a student of a choreography school, but it was a different styles of dancing. It was a more academic and classical dance. And I discovered a new styles of street dance when I was 19, or kind of. I already had an experience in dance, but it was a really different experience, because it was a really academic and street dance. It's different. In the first, of course, it was my benefits that I already knew motion. I already knew movement, but first time it was a struggle, because I used to be not the best, but I used to be a good in dance. But when I came, I don't know, it was a hip hop in first, and I couldn't to groove, because for me it was the harder thing after ballet dancing. Yes, for me, and first time it was a struggle. But yeah, this way, in a street dance, in a groovy dancing with contemporary music, it started kind of 14 years ago. Yeah.
So I think in Chelyabinsk, in 20 or 20, what was it, 7?
Not 7, but 10 or 9, 29.
Yeah. It was a pretty new culture.
Yeah. House dance, yeah.
And how did you discover house? And yeah, how?
Okay, it was kind of accidentally, because after school, when I danced, I came to university, and I really wanted to continue to dance, but I didn't want to continue to dance a ballet and kind of academic styles. And I didn't remember how exactly it was. Maybe because I had a part-time job, like administrate on a fitness club. Yeah. And there was hip hop classes there, but it was not a hip hop like we know it now, but it was, I don't know, just a dance mix or something. That's why I discovered something new. I didn't like it much, but there was something. And then I just discovered events like Energy or something, and I liked it and just came to watch. And then I met a people, and we become friends. It was people from different sphere, but mostly it was a breaking scene with the boys and big girls and someone who does hip hop. And I just started to be in this company to just, I don't know, hanging around. Yeah. And they already were in a good level of dancing. They were already famous, and I wanted to be too. That I continued to had the classes with the hip hop, but it was already some changes to teachers or some circumstances. I didn't remember, but I was in a company. I am a Tusavalis. Yes. And one one of my friends just told me, so maybe house, because it's nice, it looks nice, because many people who danced breaking that time discovered that time house dance, just because there was one team from USA who danced breaking and house.
Mm.
And there is a famous team, and that's why a lot of people who dance breaking knew about house dance.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just watched some video. I just came to Energy and watched it in live. And I really loved one music, one track. It calls Emi Resh, or Ray. I know it's French. And it was a really famous music in that time. And for me, it was, I don't know, something magical sounds. I don't know. I just listened it at home and trying to dance, because without any movements or steps.
Mm-hmm.
And this I just came to classes, but it was not a regular classes in Chelyabinsk, that there were kind of workshops or something, I don't know, just once in 2-3 months. And I just came and learned some steps and trying to develop these styles. And then I discovered a YouTube and some tutorials, and that's how it started, because I already was in a dancing community. Yes, not a company, but community. And there was a big motivation for me to be in this community, not only like a friend, or I don't know, friend or not friend, but as a person who danced too. For me, it was important. And that's why I just choose house, because of this music, because I liked this movement, and I'm just trying to learn it by myself, and came to workshops. And in 2 years, I already started to teaching. Just because it was a proposal. It was not a teachers in Chelyabinsk, and I already knew all basics, because I had a way. And they proposed me to have a group. It was really, for me, it was a new level. Yes, and I took it very seriously, and I could say that it really helped me to grow in the first time. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like you had a lot of motivations to teach this style from zero, from scratch, not from zero, from YouTube and the rare workshops. Who did workshops, by the way? Was it some famous dancer?
First, it was a dancer from Moscow. I didn't remember. I don't know. I remembered my first workshop was with Aliya. I don't know is he dance now or not. I don't know because I didn't. But it was the first workshops, and other from people from Moscow, and then from Europe. Yes, but Aliya was the first.
I want to check them because I think I remember him. Yeah,
he opened house. Yes.
And he did this TV show even.
Yes,
I watched it and did some movements from.
It was a really famous at that time. But maybe after he started to sing or something, I don't know.
Sing? Wow.
Maybe yes. Yeah. But It was a hard time, but I think for almost every dancers, not in Moscow or St. Petersburg, it was a time like this because there was no a lot of information. That's why it took more time to learn even the basics than now.
Yeah.
When I just I can make a course to show all basics, for example, for people. But we were the same that time. That's okay. That's so for me. The years not always showing your real experience because it depends on time when you started. If you started, I don't know, 10 years ago or even 7 years ago, you just learn it faster because of information. Yeah. And you could be better. I don't know. But you didn't have this experience that we had.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And I see those people who didn't have the internet even. So we had the YouTube at least.
So we like a good wine.
Yeah. And I have a question. So you liked this style, then after some time you had a group, but
Yes.
At the same time you were at university, yes? Or you
Yes,
studied
yes, yes.
something? What did you study?
Oh my God. So I studied a management in South Ural State University on it was international really faculty.
Yeah, I think so. Faculty.
Yeah. It was management of organization. So now I organize my own classes. So I work on my specialty.
So when you went to university, did you have any intention to be a professional in this area, or you knew not? It was just because of diploma. For diploma?
No, I didn't want. I didn't know what do I want to do. I just knew that I want to dance, and I just tried to go to a academia of culture. But last time I just rethinking because I thought, okay, if I will go to this university, what profession will I have? I didn't want to teach that time, but I wanted to be a performer. And I thought that if I come to this university, I will be a teacher, but not a performer. I don't know why, but I thought like this. And I already wanted to try a new style. And new style, it's not academic, it's not a classical ballet or a folk dance or kind of like this. But in university, in Chelyabinsk, University of Academy of Arts or something, you learn only academic style. So I just, I didn't want. And my friends and my classmates just come to this university and, I will go with you. Because we all had these exams from school. And with these exams, you can go to a university, other university you want. So I just come because my friends come here.
And what was this academic? Can you say it in Russian? I just don't know.
Академия культуры.
Uh-huh.
I
I
did it
still don't
once
know.
ago, but South Ural State University, I went. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's a big university with a nice student life. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, this university has this reputation somehow.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
because of building. I
Because
don't
the
know.
building looks like a Moscow State
Yeah.
University.
Yeah. I choose this one because of building
Because of
also.
building. But it
Yeah.
was a nice experience for me, really, I think, because uh, I just learned how to organize myself.
Mm-hmm.
Not others, but myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it's from Russian university, like, oh no, not Russian, but from university, it's good when you have something except friends after
Yes.
university. Yeah. And you've started to teach, and did you like it? To Of course, you like it now. That I know you're a great teacher, but did you have this wish to teach somebody, or you just wanted to be a dancer, like a performer?
Of course, I wanted to be a performer, and I want to be now.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think I'm a performer. But I didn't choose to start to teach, but I had a proposal and I wanted to try.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it seriously. How did I say? And of course, firstly, it was a really stressful because you didn't know, but it was not a lot of people. I don't know, it was a 3 or 5, and it was a good practice for me. And then I just continued to do this, and now I realize that I really loved it. I
Mm-hmm.
love to teach. I love to do it in an experimental way sometimes, and that works for me. But at the same time, I realized that I don't want to teach many classes of the week,
Mm-hmm.
because when it's too many classes, I started to make it as usual as I don't know, um, to repeat something. It
Mm-hmm.
just it becomes I don't
Like
know how to
routine.
say. For me, magic is just lost.
Okay.
It's yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked, but I don't want. I don't want to only teach. I want to
Mm-hmm.
perform. Yes, as a art person.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I remember I was a student of you in Chelyabinsk, and I
Mhm.
was a student of you. I'm student now, and I think your way of teaching changed in a good way. You weren't bad at the beginning, but did you have some classes, or it's just your experience that you changed something? Um or or is it just my notice?
Yes, of course. I think it both true, because I had classes, and now I can join some classes. I really like it, but at the same time, it's my experience as a person, not only as a dancer. So I just explore the world
Mm-hmm.
and just reflect what do I like
Mm-hmm.
in dancing, because it changed. It's always changed. I could say that even before COVID, it was different. Just because a lot of things just changed after, and my mind also as a dancer and as a teacher. And then I just realized what my classes means for people, for different people. And I just I don't know, I thought about this a lot. So I think my classes changed because of my experience, because of times, and because, of course, of example of people who I like. Yeah. And classes I joined.
Yeah. I remember when I started to dance, when I not when I started to dance as a choreography things,
Okay.
but improvisation and all of this, I was just like, I was in the open sea, and I didn't know what to do. And everybody just talked, you need to train more every day. I was just scared, and I went to to the place and trained there, but I didn't know how to train, what to do, and everybody just yeah, they, why don't you training every day? And they admire person like people who trained like from morning till until evening, and those people had respect. And I remember that in your way of teaching, of talking, I didn't feel that way. And how how could it be like that? Because there is a world of toxic dancers who is demanding of you to train, and there is you who has her way. Have you felt the same as I, or it was just, I don't know, my perspective of you?
I felt the same as a dancer, but not as students, because I really didn't have the full experience of being a student of a full time, because it was only workshops, but not as students like 1 year, 2 year, yes, constantly. And I had this feeling as a dancer because, of course, and on that time, only purpose was a winning of a battle, because it was only a battle and battle scene. But and I loved it, but it was always a stressful situation. But this situation just made me grow. So I'm really grateful for this. But I always realized that I don't want only this. I don't want only compare forever with everybody, because battle scene it's comparing scene. And when I teach, I don't know, but it was not my purpose to grow a battle person. I don't know why, but I never had this purpose as a teacher, because a lot of teachers had. So the result, it's only if your students win a battle. For me, It was maybe because it was not a lot of battles in house. It was a lot in hip hop, but in house it was, but not every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I joined the battles almost every weekend. Not if even not only in Chelyabinsk, but in other cities. I don't know, in Euro states or other states or other cities or Moscow or Saint Petersburg. It was always battles, 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 and I liked it. But I always understand I don't want to push people to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned the history of this dance and the history of his dance of its dance uh, told that this dance just opened themselves on their parties.
Mm-hmm.
Battles didn't exist that time when it all started in
Mm-hmm.
USA. It was no battles, it was only parties. But we didn't have parties in Chelyabinsk, so we had only battles. And when I discovered parties, it was in Moscow, I guess. Uh, First in Moscow and then in Europe. I just, okay, that's what it is. Dancing all night long, or not only night, but evenings, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours. It's really different feelings. So people can learn how to dance and just come to party and use these skills. So for me, it was really easy. Why am I teaching people? Not only for dancing for 1 minute and try to win battles, but for make them feel that they could go to party and dancing all night long. So kind of like this, I guess. But now I think the things are changed, and there is a lot of people who didn't push students to win a battle
Mm-hmm.
because everybody realized there is not only way to dancing, not only battles. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I think.
Yeah. I think it's my trauma speaks for me.
Not only you, me too, but not as a student, but as a
Mm-hmm.
dancer, yes, because only it was always necessary things. You must go to battles. You
Mm-hmm.
must to be famous. You must to have a name. Uh, Not only a bad way, because I really have something because of this way. But now, and mostly after COVID, when it's all gone, but dancing is still with me that time because we gather with people who love dance. I don't know, in the courtyard and dancing on the street. And it was okay. I already have all I want. I already have this opportunity to dance, but battles not exist right now.
Mm-hmm.
I tell about COVID time
Mm-hmm.
because all was closed, and I just became more relaxed. Okay, I it's not necessary. If I want, I will go. But if I don't know, if I don't want right now, but right now I don't want to go, just because I don't want to compare myself with someone right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in future, I don't know. But right now, I don't want to compare myself with someone because I'm a little bit tired from this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be on scene. I want to show my I don't know, skills and my perform. But right now, I don't want to go into this game just
Mm-hmm.
because I had this a lot, and maybe someday I will want this again, but not now. But only, I guess, only in St. Petersburg, because now I have a people here um, with who I can dance. I don't know, just call them. Okay, let's go to jam. Okay, let's go.
Mhm.
In Chelyabinsk, it was impossible, just because not a lot of people dance in house. Yeah,
Mhm.
but here, not a lot. But I have a friends. It's important, not just people. It's friends. We have I don't know, one company of friends to just hanging around or just
Mhm.
dancing together or make events or something.
Mhm.
So it's really important to be friends, not only, not just people who dance.
Mhm. Yeah. And as far as I know, you started to travel because of dance,
Yes.
to dance. And is it was it different that time from Russian? Like, of course, you had mostly Chelyabinsk experience, but what you are in some famous event somewhere in Europe, and how did it feel? Was it the same competition and this comparing with each other, or was it differently? Do you remember?
Of course, it was differently. For me, it was differently when I came to Moscow for events and just discovered there is a lot of people with a good levels, and I just wanted to have enough skills to, I don't know, pass pre-selection, the
Mm-hmm.
prelims, because it was hard. But when I first time visit Europe, it was France, it was Paris, it was the most famous event in the world, Just Debout. Of course, it was different, but not in a comparing way, because I think when it's battles, everybody just be in a battle mood and wants to win. But big difference was because of diversity.
Mm-hmm.
In Europe, it's a lot of different people with different styles, with different, I don't know, techniques or weights or I don't know, different.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it was a wow. So of course, I already have seen a lot of people on YouTube. But when you came into this atmosphere in life, it's different. You just realize that you are part of this culture and this community, and um, it's a really a pleasure. I don't know. It's a really nice feelings to realize this. So we have a kind of universal language with people who I don't know from over the world. And so I could come to almost every places and just find people who dance house, or I don't know, maybe some other styles. But of course, for me, it's mostly house, and just wrote them. Oh, let's go. Oh, maybe you have some jams or something on practice. Maybe I could join. And of course, it will be yes. Okay, yeah, of course, you can join. And I could come, and we will be talking in one language. If this language is dancing. For me, it's a magical thing. And I realized it. I realized it when I started to travel over the countries, even the countries. But it was not only language, but that I had friends. I have friends almost everywhere, just because of culture. Almost everywhere, people dance something, not
Mm-hmm.
house, but maybe hip hop. It's close, and yes, I just I could write them and ask, I don't know, something to where can I go in your city or something, and it will be a response.
Mm-hmm.
And but when you're thinking about it in over the world, you have people with, one language with almost all people in the world. And that I realized when I came to Europe to events. But difference was in diversity, yes, and in approach. Yes, approach is a difference because people in Europe and people who comes to Europe, I don't know, maybe from Asia or USA or Latin America or Canada, I don't know, had have have a mind more open for me than we. Yes, than us. And for me, it was new discovering that people could have a less of skills than me, but dance more open because of mind. And for me, it was really excited to realize this. There is no borders for our minds. You can do what you want, not only what you saw on your battles. Yes, for me that was a big difference.
Yeah.
Diversity and open
You
mind.
sound really motivating and inspiring.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For me, it's not always like this, but from other side, it always looks different. Yeah, from other views. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I just realized that I've changed my view to dance just recently. That I don't need to be like perfect in
Yes.
dance, just because I like to dance.
Yes.
So and it was a very huge revelation for me. And it was just recently, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago or so. And I think it's maybe because I started to dance and I was in the kind of toxic community in some way, and negative parts are always influence you the most than positive. I don't know, maybe it's just my character works like that, but when you are 16 or 17 years old, you may you build your foundation as a person at those years. I think that's why I realized it just now in my 30s that dance is not about being perfect in dancing and train every day. It's just about dancing. It's far simpler.
And the most important thing that I realized after all travels that you are the part of community if you want it and if you loved it. It not depends on your skills, on your levels, it's not necessary to be perfect to be a part. You are all ready if you want it. And of course, it was some things, some people who are, I don't know, don't agree with us, but you're already part if you want it. And make it easier. So it helps to live and it helps to understand that we are already perfect if we want it.
Yeah, I agree.
not only
with every
champion.
word.
Because champion, I don't know, it's one on events, or I don't know, 5 or 10, or I don't know, on but community amongst a lot of people, I don't know, thousands of people, and we need to rate it them too, because all of us is a part of community. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a perfect moment to wrap up our episode for today. Yeah, thank you very much. It was very, very touching discussion, to be honest. For me, it was like just my session with my therapist in some way.
To think about change the profession. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much,
Sorry for
Nika.
my English. I didn't prepare for that because I
It's
didn't.
okay.
Make
It's
it
okay.
easier.
Yeah, low expectations. You know, Swedish have this famous, their signature phrase is low expectations. That's why they're happy mostly.
Yeah, we need to make this as a behavior to have a low expectations.
Yeah. So thank you everyone who listened till the end. Thank you, Nika, for being here.
Yeah.
And bye bye. Say bye
See
bye.
you somewhere.
Yeah.